Hello and welcome to the Villa Park podcast. It's me, Rich, and I'm back with another transfer talk roundup show now. Plenty to go through today. It looks like that transfer merry-go-round is well in force, and Moussa Diaby does look like he is on his way to Saudi, moving to Al Ittihad for around about 70 million euros. It looks like that price will be confirmed. And yeah, who will we bring in now? Lots of people talk about a potential big name needed. There's rumours abound of various players. Now, maybe it could set a chain in motion, chain reaction in motion. We will wait and see. So we're going to go through all those players as well. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And get your comments in below us who you think we will sign, who you would like us to sign, and yeah, what impact do you think this Diaby move will have on the team moving forwards? And yeah, help us continue on that road to 5K. So I guess if he does move, the glamour signing, the real big signing would be Nico Williams. Now, I believe Unai Emery and Monchi have been long-term admirers of Nico Williams before he had a phenomenal Euro 2024. We were talking about him last season, potentially looking at setting up and meeting that release clause that allegedly he has for around about 50 million euros. I believe it'll be more than that now. I think he signed a new deal at Bilbao. Now it's whether you can prize him away from Bilbao, and also Barcelona are desperate to sign him, and apparently he is preferring the move to Barcelona. Now, if we look at him, 22 years of age, we can see he's got so much pace after we've seen him in the Euros. Physically, he's very strong as well. So don't think there's any worries of him being able to impact in the Premier League. Maybe there was that concern this last season over Moussa Diaby. He's played 103 times for Atletico Bilbao since 2021, scoring 11 goals, and really had a great season this season, and 4 goals in 20 games for Spain. If we have a look at his SOFA score ratings, he is just a very effective player. We know what a good Euros he had in La Liga in a team like Bilbao, who do play very fast, exciting football. 31 games played, 29 starts, 4 teamers of the week, 5 goals, as I said, in terms of the league, 5 big chances missed as well. All his 2 with his left foot and 3 with his right foot, and he won 3 penalties as well. And he can operate from the right, and he can operate from the left. 11 assists across the season as well, which is excellent, and 10 big chances created. And we've seen what an exciting player he is, what a fearless player he is as well. 79% in terms of accuracy per game, 88% in his own half, and 65% in the opposition half. 58% accuracy in long balls, and chip passes at 52% as well. So yeah, very effective player. 4.2 ball recoveries per game, so very effective, very hard working as well. 48% successful dribbles from 2.8 per game, so always likes to have a go at his fullback, and does lose possession, but that's because he likes to take risks. He ran 1 red card as well, so we know he might have a little bit of a hot head. Predominantly operates down that left-hand side, cutting in, but can also, as I say, operate down the right-hand side. Now he would be, I guess, the dream signing if we were to make one signing. And I know Barcelona very interested. Chelsea as well, apparently very interested. Now wages could be the stumbling block with a Nico Williams, particularly with those 2 clubs involved. But you guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I mean, for me, it would be a phenomenal signing. Would be a massive statement of intent in terms of what we want to do this season. Now, if Barcelona get him, it could open the door for a player like Raphinha to come to Aston Villa. Now, he was mentioned on social media today as being on the Villa's radar, and we talked about him, I think maybe throughout the season. I think there was rumours, maybe in the January window. I can't remember, but I remember featuring him on a show as well. Maybe he's part of Monchi's black book in terms of who he's been scouting. Now, lots of people will remember Raphinha from his days at Leeds. Always worked very hard. Always kind of wore his heart in his sleeve, and was a very effective player for Leeds United. Although didn't help them in terms of staying in the league. In that season. So 17 goals in 65 appearances for Leeds. Also played for Rennes, scoring 6 goals in 28 appearances. Sporting Lisbon, 6 goals in 28 appearances, and Vitória Guimarães, 19 goals in 65 appearances. And he's played 64 times for Barcelona, scoring 13 goals. So he's had a pretty decent time of it at Barcelona and would again be a very good player for us. He's 27 years of age, so a little bit more experienced than, say, Nico Williams. A little bit more slight, but very, very quick. Has 27 caps for Brazil and has scored 7 goals. So if we look at his SOFA score stats from last season, like I said, pretty decent season for Barcelona. Operating more down that right hand side. So would he fit into how we play? And he would, I guess, be a replacement for Musa Diaby in that sense, and does have the English Premier League experience. Has played 28 times for Barcelona, only started 17 games, scored 6 goals, so not a bad goal return in terms of that. In terms of the games that he started, 10 big chances missed as well, so would hope to score more goals than that. 4 from inside the box, 2 from outside the box, 5 with his left foot cutting inside from that right hand side, as we know, and 1 with his head, and he's won 1 penalty. Has 9 assists, so pretty decent in terms of his creativity, and 11 big chances created. 81% in terms of passing accuracy, 92% in his own half, and 70% in the opposition half, and 60% accuracy with long balls. 2.6 ball recoveries per game, so maybe not quite as many as Nico Williams, but still pretty decent. Doesn't try as many dribbles. 56% those successful, and 53% in terms of duels won. So again, a hard-working player, and a player who likes to get the ball cut inside and maybe shoot, maybe a little bit more direct in terms of not necessarily beating his man as much as, say, a Nico Williams would. But yeah, I'd be interested to know why he hasn't featured so much for Barcelona. Has he been injured? Has he maybe fell out with the coach, or has he not took a bit of time to settle? I'd be interested to know your thoughts in the comments on that. For me, I would like to sign him. Nico Williams would be my number one choice. But if we had to go for Raphinha as well, I think he would be a very, very good player as well for us. And as I say, with that additional Premier League experience, used to the physicality of the Premier League, I think he would slot in quite well. But yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts. We've also again been linked with Matthias Soule from Juventus. Now, 2 players who've played for Juventus featured today in Aston Villa's pre-season friendly against Warsaw, Enzo Barrenechea and Samuel Illing Jr. And both looked very good on the ball, albeit in an early pre-season game. So would we go back to Juventus and try and sign Matthias Soule, 21 years of age, attacking midfielder, right winger, and can also play forward? Was it Frosinone on loan last season, same as Barrenechea, scored 11 goals in 36 games and has scored 1 goal in 15 games for Juventus. So very, very highly rated player. I think they're looking at about 30 million euros for him. Now, would he be high up on the list of players that we would sign? Would we go for maybe him and another instead of maybe one of the big name players? Operates down that right hand side again, cutting inside on his left foot. 36 games played, 36 starts, 11 goals, as I said. So very, very good return in that side, and really, really highly rated. 6 big chances missed, and 9 goals from inside the box, 2 from outside the box. 1 with his right foot, 8 with his left foot, and 2 with his head. So versatile in that sense as well. 3 assists and 8 big chances created. So, an all-round player who can play, I would imagine, in that centre forward position, and can also operate from out wide as well. 81% in terms of his passing accuracy, 88% in his own half, and 74% in the opposition half. So all in all, this guy looks like a very, very good player. 4.9 ball recoveries per game and 1.1 tackles per game. And we know the Argentinian players work very, very hard. We've already got an Argentine contingent in Emi Martinez and Emi Buendia in the side, so we wouldn't necessarily struggle with settling into the side. 50% in terms of successful dribbles from 2.8 tried per game, so similar in that sense to Nico Williams. So could he be a more bargain player than Nico Williams? We know how highly rated he is. Could he be the little diamond in the rough that we might be able to sign for 20 million pounds, 20, 30 million pounds cheaper, but he could maybe have as big an impact? you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments. One player who is really, really looking like it could be done is Joao Felix. We've featured him a couple of times on the show already, but it does look more and more likely that Aston Villa is going to be his destination. It could well be on a loan with an obligation to buy from Atletico Madrid. And yeah, it'd be good to find a place for him to settle. Unai Emery is a massive fan of his, 24 years of age, but seems like he's been around for ages. English fans will know him from his time at Chelsea, where he got 4 goals in 16 games, and he was on loan at Barcelona last season, scoring 7 goals in 30 games, and has 96 appearances for Atletico Madrid, scoring 25 goals. But these last couple of seasons hasn't really found a place to settle. But if he could find that place at Aston Villa and have a really good season this season, and if we have that obligation to buy, we obviously have Champions League football to attract him. Could we be the home for someone like a Joao Felix? You know, could it be Philip Coutinho vibes though if he doesn't settle? And then we have a player who may be on high wages. Could he come in and do really well and well in patches and do just enough to sign and then not quite do enough when he's signed that contract? I guess that's the risk that you take. But a real high quality player and someone who I think Unai Emery would really like to have in the club. So watch this space on Joao Felix, but I do really think that would happen. And finally, a defensive player that we've been linked with today is Davinson Sanchez. Now, this would be a bit of a left field signing. Obviously, people know him from his time at Tottenham. Bit of an erratic player, a wholehearted player, nonetheless. But I don't know if I would quite fancy him at Aston Villa and back in the Premier League in terms of some of those mistakes that he makes or some of the rash challenges that he makes. But he's played 143 times for Tottenham, scoring 3 goals, and then was at Galatasaray and scored 2 goals in 23 appearances and has 65 caps for Colombia. So, you know, whether we go for someone like him, whether that is means that someone like a Diego Carlos moves out, whether he's looking for a Tyrone Mings type wholehearted player, is Tyrone Mings going to come back as the same player as he was before he got the injury? I don't know, but I think there's better players out there than the Davinson Sanchez. So I'm hoping there's not really too much truth in that rumor, in my opinion. But you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments. Would you like to see someone like a Davinson Sanchez in the squad? But some exciting players to be linked with. Obviously, we're going to get big money for Moussa Diaby. I'm sure we'll get big money as well for John Duran, and we'll have some money to play with to get those signings in, hopefully before the USA tour starts, which is in about a week or two's time. New kit is going to be released on the 23rd of July. Chris Heck announcing that towards the end of tonight's preseason friendly, so that is very exciting. We're going to play in that two off kit in the game in the friendly on Saturday, but really good to see us. It would be really good to see this new kit next week, and I'm sure it will absolutely sell like crazy. And then, you know, we'll go out to the States for that 3-game tour wearing the new kit, and yeah, be really good to hopefully have some new signings. We know Amadou Onana looks like he's going to sign very, very soon. We know Jaden Philogene was at the club today finalising his deal, so I'm sure that will get announced probably tomorrow morning as well. So he will, I'm sure, feature in Saturday's friendly. So things are moving quite nicely. And yeah, good to get a first win in pre-season, and good to see us linked with a number of these excellent players. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Joao Felix, Raphinha, Nico Williams, Matheus Soule, and even Davinson Sanchez. Who would you like to see at the club? We'll be back with many more shows over the next few days, match previews, match reactions, transfer talk roundups, and fans forums. So make sure you keep with the channel. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, help us on the road to 5K. Get your comments in below. And as always, remember, we all follow the Villa.